Coming back to India after living abroad? This is where most people get it wrong. Not when they leave, not while they are struggling overseas, when they come back. Your foreign tag won't carry you, your CV won't control the timing, and the secure option can box you in. I walked away from something that looked perfect on paper. I chose to wait when everyone said, move. This phase decides more than you realize. If you've returned or you're about to, think carefully before your next step.
I sincerely hope you're coming back to India for the right reasons, so you're not in a space of regret. Even then, coming back is a significant life shift. If you immediately jump into a job or a career project, you're not giving yourself enough time to process the experiences you're transitioning from. You shouldn't rush into anything. Let the first year be a slow burn. People may say, oh, there will be gaps in your CV. Don't listen to them. Of course, if you have responsibilities, please set yourself a clear timeline to process things. I hadn't traveled across India the way I wanted to because I left for the UK right after school. So when I came back, I traveled for about 5 months across 6 to 7 states until my bank account wouldn't allow any more travel. For me, it was travel. For you, it could be something else. That time really cleared my head. When that happens, you begin to understand what you truly enjoy because you've created some distance from your past experiences, and this is important. When you step into work or any other area of life, you're not just recreating old patterns and building from fear. Your nervous system needs time to adjust. It's actually a healthy space to be in. After years of work experience and changing jobs in the UK, I had understood how the job market in England worked. But when I moved to India, the operating system had changed, and it took me some time to realize that. Initially, I thought, oh, I've got this. I know how to crack jobs. But no, I was in a limbo for a while. In the UK, there are structured processes, clear rules, and a defined line of communication from recruitment to job acceptance. You still have to be relentless to secure the job, but the system is structured. In India, you need to tap into relationships, meet people, engage through informal networks. Jobs are not always advertised online. There may be an opening that you hear about through someone in person. And somehow, through these interactions, things move in a less predictable way. Even with this lack of structure, I applied lessons from interviews I hadn't cracked in the UK. When I was actively interviewing in India, I wasn't nervous. This was partly because I had put in effort and learned from many of my past failures, partly because I had built a strong rejection muscle, and also because I was not under visa pressure. So after a point, I felt quite detached, and that's when I got what I was looking for at that time. One big learning was that I had to unlearn the things that made me successful abroad. I also had to stop romanticizing both countries. What worked in the UK did not work in India. You need to get comfortable with the fact that you are not in control. You can't decide the timing of everything, but you are being taken care of by a greater force. When I relocated to India, I wasn't fully committed immediately. I had interviewed for way too many jobs in England. Some I got, most I got rejected from, and finally there was only one I felt would be a good next step. The last stage of that interview happened while I was in India, and I got the job. On paper, everything looked fine, except when they asked me to pay for the visa. It wasn't a huge amount, but it bothered me, and I knew I deserved better. Some people in my family wanted me to take up the job to secure the ILR visa because they were thinking of stability. But at the time, I had zero tolerance for anything that didn't truly align with what I really wanted. So I turned it down. That decision, especially the timing of it, was very important. I had clearly signaled what I would not accept. Later, when I got a few job offers in India, I chose to wait before accepting one. Being patient in that phase was important, though I only understood that in hindsight. If I had acted impulsively, I would have ended up in the wrong role, in the wrong city, in an environment that didn't suit me. Towards the end of my first year after returning, COVID happened. I clearly remember one week when I was feeling very anxious, so I decided to go home on a one-way ticket. The next day, lockdown was announced and borders were closed. It sounds dramatic, but it worked out in my favor. The point is, control is often an illusion. Rejecting the UK job protected me. Not forcing myself into a job in India protected me. Listening to my anxiety and acting at the right time brought me support and care in ways I couldn't have planned. I hope you too learn to trust the process. Thank you very much for watching my video till the end. I'll see you in the next one.